If you're around 42 years old and younger, and you close your eyes, and I ask you what the first horror icon you remember being afraid of was when you were a child, chances are you probably said Chucky, right? Okay. Okay. Some people said Freddy. Some people said Michael Myers. Some people said Jason. They're all wrong. And you're probably wondering why I asked that question a second ago, that question that I asked. The reason why is simple. If you're like me and Chucky popped up in your fucking head and he's one of your oldest memories, then you're going to love our next guest. Because our next guest, it's somebody who's been fighting Chucky his entire life. 36 long years he's been playing this role. A guy who's been intertwined in the horror realm since before he even realized it. The arch nemesis to your favorite killer, under 3 feet tall. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, Alex Vincent, aka Andy Barclay.
You know it's about that time to grab a bag of the stickiest itchy bind you can find and pearl one up. Welcome to the Pearled Up Podcast.
All right, my friend. How are you today, man?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
I'm doing well, man. Recouping
Good.
from the storm we had last night.
Where are you?
I'm in Delaware.
Oh, okay.
So we had a huge, man, tornadoes, couple tornadoes touched down about 8 miles away from us. It was insane for about 4 hours. Swampy out there right now.
Yeah. Going to Tennessee this weekend.
Nice.
Hopefully we don't have any crazy weather.
Horror convention?
Yep.
Nice. Which one's what's that one called?
Smoky Mountain Terror.
Okay, cool, man.
Yeah. Christine will be there and Felissa and a bunch of cool people. I love Tennessee, actually.
You ever do any off-road and like ATV and up there in the Gatlinburg?
I haven't. It sounds fun. I love Gatlinburg.
It's only been there one time, had a blast. Did that.
Too.
We had some 3-6 Mafia blasting on the Can-Am. They had it on his speaker system, driving straight up the Smoky Mountains, man. It was a hell of a time. It was awesome.
Nice.
Highly recommend it.
Yeah, it's a good area. It's fun. Unfortunately, when I do these things, I never really get to go out and see much. I'll have 3 hours on Monday that I could maybe do something, but that's it. They're tiring anyway. Sometimes they're exhausted. By Monday, you don't want to do much.
It's true. You know, all work and no play, man. Makes Shaq a dull boy, so you know.
Well, we always have a good time, so.
Oh, absolutely, man. I'm sure. When you're traveling for these events, you probably see you probably see the craziest type of fans. I would assume you have insane fan interactions.
I have a lot of them. I guess over the years, I mean, I've certainly met a few 100,000 Chucky fans. I've been doing it for 20 years. So yeah, I've met all kinds of people.
What's the craziest gift you ever received from a fan?
The craziest gift? Oh, I don't know. Nothing crazy, big paintings and things like that, and really awesome fan art for the most part. But yeah, fans have always been really sweet to me. So
it's good, man. You always see or you always hear of things like back in the day, like people would bring like the Undertaker little vials of blood and be like, oh, and there's such a
that's a good one. I mean, Chucky has so much merchandise, so it doesn't leave that, you can get creative for sure, but there's so much different Chucky merchandise. I mean, I've signed 1,000 different designs of this or that. Yep.
How many times have you ever seen a portrait of you as 6 years old on like a grown man's leg, and he goes, "Hey man, can you sign right here for me?"
A few times, yeah. A few times. It's usually young Andy.
Yeah, yeah, right.
If
It's
put
so
older
weird,
Andy
right?
on their leg, I'd be surprised. I'd be surprised.
Oh man, dude, that's gotta be. I mean, but at the same time, it's kind of flattering in a way. You know what I mean? Because it's
It's entirely flattering. I mean, people appreciate your work or your art or a little bit of both. And yeah, there's nothing more rewarding than that. So
absolutely, especially somebody like you. You've been before you even knew it. We're so intertwined in the subculture of horror, and
yeah,
just that obviously you've been doing conventions for 20 years. You've been doing these movies and playing this role for over
35 years,
30. There you go, there you go.
36
30,
years.
35, 36. Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah, I mean it's a phenomenal thing in my life. It's allotted me a tremendous amount of experiences. So for good or bad, that's a good thing, you know. Uh, Conventions have always been fun too. I mean, I enjoy them. I hang out with people afterwards a lot more than other people do, and just because I enjoy the community. I think horror people are really like the most kind people. So I enjoy doing it.
Oh, absolutely.
And Tennessee this weekend will be fun. I haven't been there in a while.
How old were you when you did your first convention?
Uh, let's see, it was like 2002, 2003, so it's like 22.
Before
Hmm.
then, because especially in my area, they just started, Monster Mania. I mean, it's been a while now. Don't get me wrong, but last 20 years it's been. And before then, at least in this area, you don't really hear of too much that was around before then.
Well, when I started, it was really just like Chiller Theater. Chiller Theater, the show in Chicago, there was like a handful of them only. The first show I did was Fangoria's Chiller Theater in North Jersey, which was like 10 minutes from my house.
Nice.
And it worked out really good. It was fun. And and yeah, and now I've been in hundreds of cities
Oh,
over the
I
years.
believe
It's pretty cool for the most part. It's tiring.
it. Oh, I believe it. You probably get jet lag all the time. When you flying out there, you fly, you drive. How you going?
I usually fly. It depends where it is. Yeah, but I usually fly. I fly a lot. Yeah.
Can't beat that. Rack the miles up, man.
Yeah.
Make the money while you're making money, saving money while you're making money. Penny saved is a penny earned, you know. I've heard you talk about, I don't know if this was just something you were saying in the moment.
Uh-oh.
You have said
Yeah.
that the cult of Chucky is real. And I understand, I believe to a degree about what you say about the curse of Chucky. Like you can, like you being Alex Vincent, you can never escape it. Like you said, you've been called Andy Barclay more times than you can shake a stick at. It's like second nature. So I can understand the curse in a way that you'll never like outlive the Andy of it. But is it? You said the cult of Chucky. Is that something like real? Like, is there? As I imagine, there's a group of diehard fans out there that is just so fucking crazy that and it's just you have no choice but to acknowledge it.
Well, first of all, that determination of what those mean is not up to me, and it's not related to my experience any more than anyone else. I think the curse of Chucky can be interpreted like a song lyric any way that you want to for yourself. Hopefully not in a way that takes you overboard in either direction. But the cult of Chucky, I think, is just pretty obvious. I mean, it's you guys. It's the fan base. It's the Chucky universe. It's us. It's Chucky and all of his incarnations. But yeah, the cult is real. Plus, it's just a fun thing to say.
Right. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's always that don't know if there's a little bit of kayfabe, but sometimes see that, and that's where I was kind of getting at with these fan interactions that come up to you. You've seen so many people. You said hundreds of thousands of people over the years that I'm sure there's at least a couple that stick out in your mind where you go, yeah, there's a line, and they just like, or there's a mark, and they're just really missing it, man.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's a there's a certain level of respect, I think, that you owe people as just people. And I
Right.
think that kind of transcends whatever career you're in, whether it's show business or not. Like, I mean, there are people that cross that line in every field of life. You know, we all deal with it. So it happens. For the most part, people are really awesome.
You married?
No,
Girlfriend? Anything?
no.
I don't know if you went back or checked out any of my stuff. I didn't expect you to, but thing I do here is right now, obviously we're sitting here, we're having a conversation. I imagine it to be if we sat down at a bar or in my end, it's more or less a smoke shop. I'm a cannabis person myself. I partake on cannabis,
Same.
more or less than a drink. There you go. Perfect. So if we were to sit down and, spark a joint, I would say, hey man, who are you? Hey man, my name's Paulie. And you go, oh, I'm Alex. And I go, so what do you do? And you go, well, actually,
Right.
so it would just be a general conversation between us.
We're just missing the joint, is what you're
We're
saying.
just missing the joint. I have one
Yeah.
here. And surprisingly, our podcast has done 10 episodes by itself. And then with this, where I try to get in touch with somebody and have these conversations, you are the fifth one. And you are the first person who I've said, I like marijuana. And you've said, yeah, so do I. Every other person either wants to stay away from it, they're gonna go, nah, I'm cool. But I find it better to be than a drink.
Certainly. Depends on the person. You know, some people enjoy pot and some people absolutely don't. Uh, so yeah, it depends on the person, but it works for me.
You're indica, sativa kind of guy?
Kind of depends what time of day it is.
Okay. Oh, okay. So you're okay. You're seasons. You're okay. So you're smoking. Hell yeah. Same here. Right now I have what they call some some Lucifer OG rolled up in a camo. It's pretty good.
I always picture some guy like up on a hill somewhere that is just the soothsayer of weed names. And they just bring it up to him. They bring the strain to him. He gives it a taste and hands down the name to us minions.
It's true. And we just go, oh my, did you hear what it is? I have to
Yeah.
try it. Like the more outlandish, like the first time I heard Alaskan Thunderfuck was I was I was on a quest to find it.
Yeah.
Just had to be, just had to. In your endeavors, I'm talking your entire life. Has any woman has they ever said, hey man, I just want to fuck Andy. I just, we're role playing today. I need to fuck Andy, and you can set the Chucky doll up in the room. I'm a crazy chick and I need it. Has Andy ever fucked anybody?
Has Andy ever fucked anybody? No, Andy doesn't have much luck with women. You're asking me if I ever role played as Andy Barclay in bed?
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
not. I have not.
And not even like, hey, I want to, but some chick is just like, hey,
No.
in the moment.
If she thought it, she didn't say it.
Oh man, that's a crazy one, man. It's weird because you're a little older than me. I'm 38. I'll be 39 next week. Ever since I can remember, obviously, I've been afraid of Chucky. When I was about 3 years old, Child's Play came out. I remember seeing the fucking box. I was scared shitless for, the first couple years of my life. And then
Yeah.
you have you on the flip side who obviously you weren't, you were on set, you're a part of the movie. To you, it's just you were going to work, you're doing this thing that's really fun, really neat. And like you said, it didn't impact you like that in a negative way. Um, but in another way that I've connected with you personally, and I don't know if you know about this, and if you do, I'm so curious to see what you think. I'm a huge fan of the Ghetto Boys,
Yeah. Yeah. The song Chucky.
the song Chucky.
Yeah, of course. I knew it when it came out.
Oh, that's fucking. How'd you feel about that?
I like it. I rock it every now and then.
Fucking awesome, man. It's
Good one.
such a good song. Now, do you feel now as being an artist yourself, do you feel like, oh, that sucks, I got sampled and or do you feel
Not
like,
at
hey
all.
man, I'm so, it's so intertwined, especially it's a hip hop classic and it's just the
Yeah, I
fact that
don't.
you're on it. I mean,
Yeah, yeah. I, they use parts of the movie. So
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
technically
absolutely.
that would come from them. I don't remember like if that was a concern when it came out, but I was like the track. I play it. I rock it at a party.
How'd you feel about Bushwick taking the Chucky persona? That give it any thought?
I was a fan of him, so I was
Fucking
into it.
awesome. Hell yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Big, yeah, big Bushwick fan.
Yeah, he was a big Chucky fan. He was a good guy.
One time he was at a music festival long time ago, about like 2007, and he ended up doing a bunch of mushrooms with my friend, and I wasn't there. Maybe it was actually about 2006, probably, and I wasn't there, but I couldn't make it, I should say. And my buddy knew how much of a huge fan I was of him, so they're tripping, and I get this call. It's like 2 in the morning, and I'm like, "Hello, hello," and it's Bushwick Bill on the other end, and he's going, "How much do you love life? How much do you love life?" And I'm like, who is this? And my buddy took the phone and he's like, "Bro, I swear on everything that's Bushwick Bill, dude, talk to him." And we're talking.
That's a good call to get.
And yeah,
How much
it
do you
was
love life?
crazy.
He posed a good question too.
Yeah, straight up. How much do you love life? Especially at 2 in the morning sleeping. Let's couldn't get any better than that at that time. I dare I say, it was pretty awesome, man. You think you could beat up Justin Whalen?
Never met him, so I couldn't really size him up.
Honestly, you
No
guys have
idea.
never interacted at all.
No,
Wow.
no. I'm surprised actually that he doesn't do any horror conventions or anything.
Straight
I
up.
don't, I don't even know. Yeah, I never had contact into a photo form or anything. So
I'm surprised like these people like, Bloody Disgusting or something don't get like something like like an all-inclusive, like exclusive kind of deal. That's something I thought about. I was like, oh, he's probably talked to him at least once. You know what I mean? That's
I don't
crazy.
know. Yeah,
I know you're not a fan. Child's Play 3, right?
Child's Play 3 bummed me out when I was 10.
Fuck yeah, dude.
But yeah, I got over it long ago. So
Residual checks, man. I'm sure they still hit, right?
yeah,
Hell
but
yeah.
usually change,
Oh yeah.
87 cents, $2.42.
My wife, she was on Unsolved Mysteries a couple times as one of those kind of actresses.
Yeah.
And she would tell me that it was like Jerry Seinfeld in that episode where he's like signing the checks and he's like, it's 100 checks for 37 cents, dude. And he's like, I'm getting my
Yeah.
hands cramped. And she's like, at first it was amazing, and then goes down, and she's doing something way less than you're doing. So
It is a little annoying. It is a little annoying to go through all the steps of the mobile banking app where you're taking a picture of the front check, taking a picture of the back check for 37 cents. But yeah, you
I
do it.
believe it. I believe it. So let's talk about the real reason, man. Let's talk about the big thing, man.
All right, the big thing. What's the big thing?
The big thing, man. Would you give it all up to be a soap opera star? To continue on that path?
Definitely not. It's stressful. It's run like kind of like a play. It's all
Yeah.
multi-camera going back and forth. It's a lot of dialogue. It's a lot of work.
I believe it. I believe it's a grind. I mean, especially with something like that. Those things are on the air 40 years, man, every day, rolling, rolling.
Yeah,
That's
my character, if I'm not mistaken, died in a fire in As the World Turns in 1986.
oh shit. Oh shit. Well, rested. What was your character's name?
That's a good question. That one I don't remember.
What
Yeah, I don't remember that one.
do you think was your best acting performance you've given?
Well, I mean, I guess everyone talks about the crying scene from Child's Play 1 still, but that's, the most revered acting scene, acting performance. I don't know. Each time that I get to play Andy is a little different. Um, and I'm certainly proud of the work that I did in the show.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I don't know. I've had a few difficult scenes. I mean, being tortured and having my leg shaved off by Chucky. That was a difficult day. getting stabbed to death was not an easy day. But I think those went well, you know. I
Nice.
don't know. Every time I get to hurt the doll, that's the fun stuff.
Right? Hell yeah. Any similarities? I know it's been, so long since the first time it came out or the first movie came out. Any similarities in how they ran like the puppetry back then and now, or is everything completely different?
Um, it's pretty different. It's kind of like a wireless version of the same thing.
Okay.
Really. I mean, it's wireless. We have the extra advantage of being able to paint out uh like Green Men, you know,
Yep.
the puppeteers can actually share the screen and they paint them out. So that's a huge advantage. It's definitely was a more labor intense process in the 80s. It still is. It's just the technology has luckily helped them catch up and keep up with Chucky because Chucky's not easy to operate, especially when he has uh, as many different looks as he does.
I believe it. He's went through a lot of changes over the years too.
Yeah.
Just in subtle appearances in the face itself, and then you take all the damage he does, and especially with the army now. I mean,
Well, so have we.
yeah, this is true. You do music. I know you have the loop down in
Yeah,
Clearwater.
I do.
When did you start doing music?
I started making music, like electronic music in like 1997.
Okay.
I had, you know, the oldest DAWs like at the time, Sony Acid Music and shit like that. So like I started, you know, working with MIDI and constructing music early. And then I went to school in Full Sail in 2009 and then opened up my studio in 2014
Nice.
and I kept it open for a decade. We worked with a lot of people, a lot of local talent that's like yep, from hip hop to rock and singer-songwriter types and female vocalists. Um, we'd love to get some more bands. It's been slow in the band department lately. A lot of hip hop, which comes in regularly.
There you go.
Yeah.
A little easier that way too, though, without setting up everything, all the instruments, though. A little bit more.
Well, I'm a rock fan. I
Gotcha.
love working with bands. I mean, we've produced several records for different bands. And that process of working on a full record with a band is really fun. It's like the most fun thing I can do there.
Gotcha. I can see that for sure. The whole creative process from from start to finish, having every concept and bringing it to life, man. Gotta love it.
Yeah.
How much you smoking while you're doing music? While you're creating music, I should say. Big influence.
Uh, um, no, not too much. I don't really smoke that much weed anymore,
Okay.
honestly.
Okay.
Um, I still smoke every day, but
Right.
I don't, you know, one joint lasts me the whole day, uh, these days. But I have a lot of artists that come in that definitely want to smoke weed. Sometimes that's their first question. Can I smoke weed in your studio? Uh, so yeah, it certainly plays a role in the creative process. I mean, it depends. It depends. If it makes you tired and you can't focus, then it's not really great.
True. Yeah, some people roll up some indica, hit it, and next thing they know, they're sleeping, man. They hit that
Yeah.
couch. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, let me write something down real quick, and then all hope is lost for them for the rest of the session.
Some people, you know, weed is like the number one spark to their creativity, though.
True.
I definitely support it. I'm still an advocate for it. It just depends. It depends on a session. Sometimes I'm better off with an espresso than
Right.
a joint. Yeah. Of
First time you met Jennifer Tilly, did you have a crush on her?
course.
Who didn't, right?
Of course I did. Who doesn't?
Right.
First time I saw her was doing promotion for Curse of Chucky at New York City Comic Con. It's the
Oh,
first
that's
time I,
cool. Okay,
yeah.
that's cool.
And then we went on and did that two more times. Three. And then working on the show, of course.
You ever play poker against her?
No, and I tried to get her to do that.
Really? I imagine she's a
I
beast,
really
man.
did. I tried just to for fun and obviously because I can't keep up with her. But yeah, I wanted to play poker with her one night, but That's like asking a dentist to work on your tooth, you know?
Yeah, true. No, nobody. Yeah, nobody wants to do nothing when they're not working. That's wild, man.
That is her job, and she's really good at it. It would have been fun to play her someday. We have fantastic dinners together.
Nice.
We get opportunities to revisit uh, these friendships like for the past 3 decades, in some cases. So yeah, anytime that we're together going out is one of the more fun parts of you know, the job for sure.
A little birdie told me you're a big sushi fan.
I am.
What's your favorite kind of sushi?
What birdie? I'll kill him.
Huh?
I'm just uh I like all kinds of sushi. I like eel. It was always my favorite, eel and octopus and like sashimi. I usually get like a disgustingly large platter of sashimi.
Oh, okay. See, I was going to ask you sushi or sashimi. I know a lot of people like the sashimi a little more.
I mean, I like the rice, but you're gonna get, you know,
That
you
huge
can only
chunk of
go so
fish.
far with that rice.
Yeah. What's your favorite kind of fish?
Um, Sea bass, Chilean sea bass, like to order a piece of fish. I mean, Chilean,
Yeah.
sea bass, it's like incredibly decadent, and I can't have the biggest piece of it, but it's my favorite, definitely.
What's funny? They added. We just went to a chop house. Took my wife on vacation 2 weeks ago, and it was a chop house, and they had a Chilean sea bass, and I was this close to getting it, and I said,
It's real
I
good.
went for the serve and turf. I'm gonna take your word for it. I'm gonna think next time it's offered at a place. I think I'm gonna grab one.
All right, do it.
So, if I was to, go through, let me ask you this: you a streaming guy, or do you still have a CD booklet?
I don't have CDs. I actually have bins of CDs in my attic that
Just don't even.
yeah, I don't even think I have. I mean, at the studio, I guess I have a CD player, like a CD-ROM, but
Right?
it's not in my life. It's not in my cars.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
gone. They're
It's
gone.
remember those days you fucking
Yeah,
pop
but
out the big booklet, dude. And everybody,
everybody
oh my
says that.
god.
Everybody says that, and I agree with you. And I love artwork from musicians 1,000,000%. I agree with you, but nobody would go back.
No, no.
Nobody
Oh,
wants to go
absolutely
back.
not.
So, you know, it is what it is. Digital is kind of the best thing in the world. Honestly, you could just sit there and play any song that you could think of.
It's true.
It's a pretty
That's
good
why I love
thing.
Spotify. I can't lie. I love Spotify.
Yeah.
It's just, everything, just about 99% at your fingertips. Can't beat it. So what do you got coming up this summer, man? Anything good? You got any gigs coming up? Like musically?
Oh, musically?
Oh, either way,
I
either
just
way.
DJ'd a party. Where's my phone? Yeah, I have a lot of dates. I was gonna rattle through them, but I'm gonna be,
Feel free.
it's on my website, Alex Vincent online. My appearances are updated there, and also on Instagram, Alex_Vincent. I put everything up there, but yeah, I have a lot. I think 2 in June, 3 in July, 1 in August, 3 in September, 4 in October. I'll be all over.
Nice, man. You can't beat that, man. That's great. It's the gift that keeps giving.
Yes, from your perspective in particular.
This is true. I don't know. I can see the faults.
I'm
There
not
was a
complaining. I'm not complaining about it at all. My life is interesting. I get to make people happy all over the world. I mean, that's fucking,
true.
can't ask for more than that. So no, I'm certainly not complaining about it at all. It's a blessing that I get to do it. But like anything, it's of course it has its ups and downs. The travel alone, getting in airplanes constantly is not my favorite thing at all.
I've
Uh,
never flown. I can't get over that hunch, man. I can't get over that fear. Any advice?
I'm on like 40 flights a year. No, any advice? Take a Xanax if you have one.
There you go. Yeah, there you go.
Try to sleep. Yeah, I don't know. Sleep through it. I don't have much advice, honestly. It sucks. It's difficult. But the more you do it, I mean, planes are absolutely safe. It's just the experience is usually harrowing in one way or another.
It's just true. I see you got the That's Deadpool, right? Is that I only see the very top. Is that Deadpool shirt?
Nope.
Oh, see, I thought it was the mask of Deadpool from here up. I was like,
Nope.
oh, it looks like the mask of Deadpool, man.
Nope. You looking forward to the sequel, the
You know,
first Wolverine?
I am not as much as most, or I should say as most people, but I am looking forward to it because I know it's going to be a good time at the movies.
Yeah, absolutely. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be funny.
Just went this weekend. I went and seen In a Violent Nature,
Oh,
the new horror. It's some new horror movie from Shudder. It's supposed to be streaming next month. It came out.
I have not been to the theater in quite a long time.
Oh man, save your money on that.
Yeah. Last time
It,
I went was for Candyman, and there was no one there.
oh,
I know
sure.
there was other times. It's not reflective of the movie. It's reflective of this theater nearby me. It's like there's no one there. And I used to work in a movie theater when I was a kid. I certainly love the experience, but it's just I don't know. Maybe I have to go out opening night for something and get that again because every time I go, it's like dead.
That's it. That seems to be the trend almost all the times, unless it's like a Friday or Saturday night, or like you said, open a weekend, open a night. We
Yeah.
go on, $5 Tuesday, and there's maybe three people there. It used to be packed on $5 Tuesday.
Yeah.
Now you're lucky if there's somebody in your row.
I do think that movie theater popcorn and fountain soda, percentage wise, is the largest markup of any item, maybe in our entire economy.
I can see that.
Because what is the big thing of popcorn?
Uh,
6 cents, 6 cents for them.
yeah,
I think a fountain soda, 2.5 cents maybe.
6 cents. That's generous. I mean, they buy them. They buy
Yeah,
it by
yeah,
the
yeah,
the tubs.
yeah, yeah.
A couple months ago, we went, and which is weird. We haven't went to the movies in about 2 years now, but twice we went this year. It was like, whatever. Went to the movies, and they had even though we didn't see it, they had the Ghostbusters tin of popcorn. It was $20 for that. Or the same size regular popcorn was like $26.
Yeah,
And I was like, yeah, let me get the Ghostbusters tin to take home with me. But at the same time, it's like $26 for something that costs you, like you said, pennies on the dollar,
yeah.
dude. Insane. How you feel? You one of those people I don't want to say would rather, but lately it seems that you're watching movies from the house, right? Rather than to go to the theater.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah. I haven't been watching a lot of movies lately. I've been working a lot and um I don't know. I need to get caught up on whatever's new. I'm more of a shows person anyway. I watch shows constantly.
You ever seen Severance?
No.
It's Ben Stiller's show. It's a
No.
creepy drama. Only has one season. Get ready to come out with season two. It's from Apple TV. Basically, the person you are right now. Let's say when you go into the studio tomorrow, right? And you go and you're like, I'm at work. The second you walk in, that person does not know Alex Vincent outside of work. So the person at work feels they always live at work, and the person outside of work feels they're always outside of work. And it's like you don't even know yourself anymore. And it's so fucking crazy. It's so
Weird.
crazy. It's such highly recommended. If
All
there's
right.
one takeaway for you from this whole conversation, check that out.
I like him a lot, so I'm sure I'll enjoy it.
And plus, it has Adam Scott in it too.
I like him
Uh,
too.
yeah, like he was like, "Punch me in the face, Dylan." If there was ever a Chucky crossover, who would you like to see him fight?
Freddy Krueger.
Fuck yeah, fuck yeah.
I don't think one of those is gonna happen, but you never know.
No. How you feel about Chucky? You know what's crazy about Chucky is like just the franchise in general is becoming so it's going out everywhere, it's spreading everywhere. Like even in the new Funko game, there's going to be Chucky's in the new Funko game. He's on the multiverse. Like it's weird how they're making him more less a household character or a household name now. You know what I mean? More or less than like this crazy it was in the 80s of, oh my fucking God, it's a killer doll,
Yeah. Well, I the merchandise for Chucky has been incredible. The promotion team, the marketing team for the TV series really did a fantastic job. And yeah, there's always new Chucky stuff coming out all the time. So
Just
yeah.
you as a person, which one is more scary to you? AI having a mind of its own and killing people, or voodoo?
AI. Yeah. Although I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of any voodoo
No, fuck no.
either. It sounds pretty. It's it sounds a little unpredictable. But so is AI. Yeah. I don't know. I guess it's kind of a wait and see thing with it. There's certainly creative prospects of people's artistry that I think is shortcutted, and I don't think that's really the best thing for us. But
Right.
never know. I mean, you never know how that's all going to go. It's not really worth to me thinking about too much, because it's just one of those things that is going to continue, I think, whether we want it to or not. So
Very true. I mean, look at the phones nowadays. There's a meme, or there's a picture of, like, the it guy in the 80s who had, like, the camera, the Walkman, everything. And it's like everything in this picture can fit in your pocket now. You know what I mean?
well, yeah. I mean, what we've seen in our lifetimes, you're a few years younger than me, but yeah, it's unbelievable where we are. It's hard to imagine where we'll be 20 years from now.
It's true.
So we'll just have to take it as it comes.
Hopefully we'll have flying cars for everybody by then.
Maybe.
Oh man.
They're only gonna fly like one layer above, probably.
Yeah. You could probably,
Not like
depending on how
up.
tall you are, stick your hand
Yeah.
up and almost get it cut off by like a fucking engine, rocket ship engine. Well, my friend, my final question for you,
Hmm.
and I do not, well, you can take this any way you want in terms of monetary, however your definition is.
Okay.
But how does Alex Vincent, the human, the person, how do you define success?
Um, Honestly, to me, success growing up was to have your bills paid. It wasn't to be like none we were very middle class, lower middle class, really. But getting to that place where your bills are paid and you're comfortable, that takes care of the money part of it. Personal success uh is a harder road. Takes a lot of time to learn from mistakes and get yourself to a place where you're comfortable with who you are and you're kind to those around you. And I think if you can get yourself to that place, you're doing pretty good in life.
I like that. Good answer, man. Good answer. And is there anything that you want to let the people know? Anything where they can find you coming up, or?
Yeah, let's see. Let me see if I could do it from memory. This weekend I'll be at Smoky Mountain Terror. I don't know when you're putting this out. And then I'll be at Sacramento Sinister Creature Con, June 22nd and 23rd. I'll be at Days of the Dead, Indianapolis, July 5th through 7th, and several more.
We're just releasing quarterly dates here.
Yeah, that's what we got going on for right now. Tennessee this weekend.
Alex, man, I appreciate your time today,
I
man.
appreciate you.
Oh, absolutely, man.
Go smoke your Lucifer's.
Oh,
What?
this Lucifer OG. Yeah, hell yeah.
Lucifer OG. Go
I am
smoke
definitely gonna go
where it smokes you.
have one of those, my friend. And when you have your joint that you have on the daily that lasts you throughout the day,
Yeah.
my friend, relax, enjoy, check out Severed, and have a great one.
All right, man. I will.
All right, have a great day, man. Thanks.
You too. Thanks so much.